Okay, folks. What you're looking at right now is pretty much the gaming setup that I'm using. Here's the deal. I get a lot of questions when I see the chat, which I'm sorry I don't look at enough, but when I see the chat when I'm doing a live stream, I get a lot of questions like, "Oh, what console are you using?" Well, I'm not using a console. What I'm using is an older PC system. I guess you could call me probably the poorest YouTube game streamer on YouTube, because all this equipment that I use is about 5 years old, thereabouts. But I'll take you through what I actually game on. This is what I game on when I'm at home. Now, I have another rig when I'm over at my buddy's house, which is a little better, but not much. I mean, really, the only real difference between the two platforms is I got a GTX 970 over there. But let's take a little walk around here. Let's start at the most basic stuff here. I'm going to take you through everything. What you see here is the Logitech G110 keyboard, gaming keyboard. I actually did a review of this keyboard and this Logitech wireless trackball mouse. It's an M570. There's actually a review of this thing that I did when I first got these things, which was about 2-3 years ago now. Still works pretty well. You know, has the lighted keyboard, all that good stuff. Wireless trackball mouse, pretty quick. What I use for controller when I need a controller, it's a Xbox controller for PC that I got, hooks up via USB. What I spend most of my gaming time looking at is an old Dell 2407 WFP monitor. So it's a 24-inch monitor, has picture-in-picture and all that good stuff, but I never use it because it's only got one source. And what's driving that is an AMD HD6970, which is a 2 gig card. I believe it's a 2 gig card. It might be a 1 gig card. Up till recently, that was the best card I had. So that kind of might explain why you guys keep thinking that I'm running a PS4 or that, because the new PS4s basically run an AMD APU with a GPU on there that is kind of equivalent to what I'm running right now. So I kind of get why you people think I'm running a PS4. Basically, I'm running a 5-year-old Intel platform with basically 5-year-old hardware that is roughly equivalent to a PlayStation 4, which is probably why you guys think that's what I'm playing on. But no, I am definitely playing on a PC. I run Windows 7, as you can see there. I do not game on Windows 10. I have a Windows 10 drive, but I don't game on it. I don't like Windows 10 for gaming. I don't like all the extra overhead and BS that introduces. The case I run, it's older too. It's a Cooler Master Sniper. And I've got removable drive bays because I swap drives in and out. That's how I do things. Because for work, I have a different hard drive I run on, so it's just easier for me. And of course, you see an old DVD-ROM drive there. It's a light on with LightScribe, which nobody cares about anymore. Inside, you're actually going to find an Asus P7P55D motherboard, which is a socket 1156 motherboard, which is basically it's basically the first generation of Core i7 processors. This one happens to be a Core i60 or Core i7 860, and I've got CPU-D up there, so you can kind of see that. So you can see some of the specs I got going on there. 8 gig of DRAM. It's Corsair. And of course, it's DDR3. And it's pretty much running at 3 gigahertz. But nothing special. I mean, this was not a bad setup for 2009, 2010. Now it's a little dated, I know. So, you know, you don't have to tell me that. But I'm trying to cover up this light. Anyway, the card again is an AMD HD6970, and we'll pull up the Catalyst Control Center just to prove it here. Probably just going to say 6900 series, but those wonderful AMD drivers. You know, 6900 series. And yeah, it's a 2 gig card. You know, core clock is 880, memory clock's 1375. So it's as good as it's going to get. So yeah, GTA 5 could actually tax this a little bit. What I use for streaming, well, the 2 things I use is, one, I use this old Logitech Webcam. This is how I do the audio. It's a CM20. It's a 720p webcam. So that's it. That's all I got. Which is also the problem because it's a USB connection. You see down here, which is why I sometimes sound like a chipmunk. What else? Symaltic Lansing speakers. Yay, rah. And then got the Netgear Gigabit hub. This is actually in my family room. This used to be in my office, but I used to have a gaming laptop out here that died on me, so I had to drag this rig out. But I had to drag it out here, so now everything I do is right here. What else to tell you? Oh yeah, I use OBS for streaming primarily. Sometimes I use XSplit, but most of the time I use OBS, as you can see, which sometimes has an issue with this up here. So anyway, that's pretty much that's the setup. You know, benchmarking all that, it's kind of pointless. It's an old system, you know, it's got old hardware. So I mean, it's kind of pointless to do any benchmarking. But you know, it works well enough. It'll play most games. I can't turn up all the eye candy unless it's an older game, but it works well enough. So anyway, it is not a PS4. It is definitely a PC. So that's what I play on. That's the majority of the videos that you see coming up are coming off this rig. You know, a couple of them are coming off another rig that I have at a buddy's house when I go over there, but for the most part, most stuff you see are coming off this setup. So yeah, it's old. It's kind of dusty, crusty hardware, but I can't afford anything better. And you know, it's like I said, if you check my subs, I've only got like 30 some subs, and I love every one of you. I really do. I think it's great that you're paying attention to an old man playing games. I think it's great. But I'm not making enough money to do anything new, and I'm honestly not getting enough subs to really make it a priority to, you know, buy new hardware because I don't have the money for it, literally. I kind of live week to week now. Anyway, that's what we got, and that's what I'm running. So that should answer all the questions. So just tell your buddies, if you're wondering what I run on, it ain't a console. It's an old Intel-based PC, Core i7-860 on an 1156 socket 1156 motherboard. And as far as hardware, it's spin and drives, no SSDs or anything like that. Basically some old Western Digital 7200 RPM Western Digital blacks, caviar blacks. That's it. So hope this answers some questions. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening. We'll be talking to you. Bye.